Hello, I'm back again. Here we are, representing the NSKS. That's in Dutch the Nederlandse School for Klassieke Shiatsu, but we also call it the Dutch School for Classical Shiatsu. And in there we have a lot of things that we do with points, and you learned that in the first lesson. I hope you enjoyed that first lesson. It seems that you did, because we saw that people did a lot of viewing, but I don't mind if you would like to make comments and let us know what you think and what we can improve, and not just that, but how it worked for you. And that would be nice to know before we start with the second one. I just wanted to say that to you all. And thank you very much for watching, by the way, the last one. And also the one from Anushka, when she did the Moxa points. So by now you already have quite a few new shiny tools in your toolkit. Anyway, I've got a few points to show you today, which have to do with stress and the fact that people feel very much caught up in their heads. Some pressure, it's too hot, the feet are cold, that kind of thing. And what we need to do is to use a couple of points which I've actually put on my hand so you can see them a little bit. There you go. And then a couple of others. So we're going to keep it quite short. These 2 points which I'm showing you here are nothing that you would probably know about in general, but one of them is called lung 10, that would be this one, the other one is heart 8, and they both have a very interesting way of working. When you hold on to them like this, can you see that? You come to about halfway down the bone that goes between the knuckle and the wrist, and then you hook it in with your finger, in my case, and hold it. And while I'm talking, of course, you're doing this, and if you remember, I showed you last time to put your tongue behind the top 2 front teeth for your focus and for making your saliva much more clean, getting rid of phlegm. And if you do that at the same time, you'll be more sensitive to what you feel when you're doing this. For me, I'm getting some tingling in the fingers and that kind of thing, but I've got an elbow on the table, which is a bit hard. But generally, it'll take down the too much coffee, too much sugar, too much worrying that tends to make your head too hot and too full. Okay, that's one of them. Anyway, officially, these 2 points, what they do is they empty out that too much heat that goes and sits up in your chest and all the way up to the neck and into the head. So after doing that for a bit, of course, if you're doing it now, that's fine, but you can do it as often as you like. We go to the other one, and as you can see, very simple, the same kind of thing, and the same kind of hook in it. I'm going to use a thumb. Okay, you can see it. And normally once you've got it, you'll feel it in there. You can push quite hard. After all, you know, we all use our hands quite a lot, so that's not difficult to really do. And if you hold that for a while, you'll get a similar reaction, and you most certainly, if you're a bit sensitive, will feel some kind of little prickling and tingling in your small finger. That's definitely working if you're feeling that. And you might just feel the shoulder relaxing on the side that you're doing it. You know? And something will happen to that side of your head or face. Something will relax. But you just have to breathe and do that for a little while and see if it works. And if it doesn't work the first time, that's fine. We're just ordinary people. We don't expect everything to work first time, every time anymore, do we? So when you got that together and you've got that, you can see it any time and you can always practice with it. And we can go to the next bit. The next, of course, on the other side, I didn't put any of those things, but you have to do both sides because that really works. You have 2 lungs and you have a heart, you know, where it's stuff coming in, blood coming in, blood going out. So those kind of things are very important for making everything circulate in the upper body so that you don't feel stuck there. That's a very nice feeling. Not quite the same as what I showed you the first time, but of course That's why we didn't talk about the head at that time. Now, to help with that, many people are very worried. I mean, they were worried a long time ago. They were worried in 2009 and 2001 and a whole load of other things. But the worrying is something that we all do here. We actually feel things that are not so great here, but we really don't like that noise going on in there. And there's a very simple point. If you've got headphones, you know what headphones look like, not in ear because it doesn't work. And then they sit here and it comes all the way up, and you know where you put them, usually on a band which comes down like that, and precisely at the top, if you look carefully, I'll try and get this right, and then put my finger right in the middle there and try and get it in line with your nose if you're looking in the mirror, and that way you know that you're right in the middle going that way. And of course you know what a headband is for headphones, so you can do that. Don't push too hard. You don't have to do super vertical. You just have to hold it for a little while and relax the shoulders. And of course you're going to have your tongue in that first position, remember? And wait. And this one has a lovely name that's been translated into English from Chinese and Japanese. And it's a point which, if you want to look up, is called GB20. And it's called calming the spirit. If you hold that for a while, you might find that some of the things which you think are so intense and important suddenly become less intense, and you and your body feel better. That's you, not the thing that's thinking in there. And I talk through it, so you get a story, some explanation, while you're actually doing it, so that you can feel what's happening. Now, it doesn't matter how hard you push, because we can take quite a lot up there, but it shouldn't be too hard. Just enough that it would be feelable, and then just wait. I know some of you might have a problem with the arm, so if you want, you can hold it like this. Okay? You don't have to be a super expert the first time. What you have to be is somebody who knows how to use the tool and make it work. Okay? So that's that one. And then I put another little thing on here. You can see it. This one. Okay. And this one is called small intestine number 3, and it has this remarkable ability to open up very large channels that should be moving. It unblocks the greatest rivers in the body. So I should show you how that works. You have one that comes up like that. We did one on that channel the last time. That's the lady channel. We call it the conception vessel. And it goes all the way up to here, and then changes over into the male counterpart. That's called the governing vessel. That's quaint, isn't it? And that goes all the way over the top. And you just did already one of these to make that thing work more easily for you, to calm it down so it could flow through. So what this does is this one opens up this whole channel that goes all the way down your back and feeds everything else on the way. So all you have to do is just take it, hold it, and you just curl underneath again, and it's just behind that knuckle there, you see? It's also related to the heart as well. So when you do that, then this whole channel here opens up and flushes through with that lovely feeling. And just hold that for a while, especially for yourself at home. See, if I go silent, it gets boring, you'll fall asleep. Okay, so that's one of them. And the last one, which is a bit more difficult, but, you know, difficult thing, if you achieve it, it goes really well. And that's this one, which is really hard for me to show you. I had a problem with that the first time round. There he is. And I'm going to get a bit closer so you can get an idea of how this works. You come up over the little bone of the two bones that come down your arm, and as you go a little bit further, slightly on the inside, you feel a groove, not very wide, a couple of millimeters, and then right in that little groove, just above here, this thing. You'll feel it. Everyone's a bit different, so you know I'm not the universal standard. And when you when you do it, it's going to be sensitive. Okay. And if you can do that, I'm kind of twisting my arm, but normally because now you can see where it is, okay? So normally I would just do this, and now you can't see it. But you can do it like that, because you can look at it on your own wrist and arm, of course. And then you can do it with the thumb, it makes it easier. Then just, relax with it. There it is, as you can see. And hold it for a while, and then drop the shoulders. Lean it on your chest or on your lap, and keep it there for a while. And this point, the lung 7, so definitely breathing. This one does the lady channel, the big one, the conception vessel. It opens up everything coming up here, and everything coming up is kind of cooling and fluid. So wherever it's all full of heat here and parched like a desert, you're actually bringing water to the desert, and all that heat dissipates. So what we've got here is a few points which I've shown you, which are going to change the way your body does its circulation so that it can relieve you, making it very tight in your upper back and very tight here in your neck muscles, and having a full head. And I'm hoping now that maybe your head's a little bit more full. And please try. Don't forget to put that tongue up there when you're doing it, and let us know. Thank you very much indeed, and we'll be looking forward to the next lesson, which will be number 3. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.